See, this how it starts, y'all. This is exactly how it starts. The rumblings. Everybody talking about a particular fight. And it's just making its wave. Since Bud Crawford decided to make a conscious decision to say Canelo Alvarez's name and actually mean it, everybody's talking about this potential fight. And again, this is how it starts. When when you think about whether it's a hypothetical or a fantasy fight or not, it could most definitely become a reality fight. And I'm just keep it real. I think it's a great fight. I agree with Bud Crawford when he said that, this would be the biggest fight in boxing when you really look at it. Now, of course, I want to see David Benavidez versus Canelo Alvarez. I want to see Canelo Alvarez continue to fight the best in his own weight division. A lot of people wouldn't want to see Canelo fight smaller guys back to back. You got to remember he's fighting a 154-pounder in Jermell Charlo next, and of course, a lot of people believe, Charlo's a big guy. A lot of people believe Bud's a big guy, but at the end of the day, I always tell you guys, pay attention to bone mass, bone density, bone structure. That has a lot to do with how you carry the weight and how you carry power. You can never rule that out. That's why it's weight divisions for a reason. That's why a smaller guy or a shorter guy, in Canelo's case, can be at 168 comfortably with that amount of weight on his smaller stature. You know what I'm saying? He's a shorter man, but he can hold that weight in a different manner than these other fighters. But it's very realistic. Make no mistake about it. Now, I do have some audio from Oscar De La Hoya that I want you guys to pay attention to, because I do believe Oscar makes some great points in the audio. We're going to jump right into that in a second. Let's talk about it. What up, YouTube? Big T.O. Heavy Bad Boxing TV, man. Get your goofy ass in here. Hit the bag. Hit that like button for your boy. That helps the channel. I appreciate that love. Shout out my gang, man. D1 Merc 1 ML21 Skinny JT Black Jesus. My guy, Troy Jack, Key Wan, Rebel Life, Modern King, Letitia, YK World, Tyrese Celeste. Boy, I appreciate that love from y'all. Now, I do got this audio from Oscar De La Hoya. I want to go ahead and give that a listen. Let's check it out.
Crawford says he wants to fight Canelo. He's changed his tune. He said he's willing to move up through weight divisions. To me, that's kind of crazy, but that just shows you, man, the dog that's in Terence Crawford. If Canelo is victorious against Charlo, which I want to hear your take on that too, but on this topic, can he beat Canelo?
Terence Crawford will beat Canelo anytime.
No, yeah.
Anytime. Wow. Because, and this is look, I said before, the big talented man will always beat the small talented fighter. But Terence Crawford is not small. Terence Crawford is a big guy. I mean, he can walk around at 168 if he wants to. If this fight is made at 164, Terence Crawford all day. But just with the skill set alone, Terence Crawford is a master. He will make Canelo look like a child. He will make him look like a child. And that's just my boxing experience. Do I want Canelo to win? Yes.
Yo, that's a bold fucking statement. Make him look like a child.
I promoted Canelo, and I want the best for him, and then I want the best for any fighter. But from a promoter's view, from an expert view, from a fighter's view, and don't forget it, it's 10 world titles in 6 divisions. From that perspective, Crawford will beat him in a master performance, master class, any given day.
The weight differences, though, if it's at full 68, we saw Canelo try to do that with Bivol, and it just, was a different story. What's the difference there then? Why can he overcome the 3 weight divisions?
Talent alone. It's just talent alone. But Crawford is a big guy. Crawford is taller than Canelo. Crawford can bulk up to Canelo's size, but the difference is gonna be the talent. The feet. Look at Canelo's footwork. He's walking on cement. Look at Crawford's footwork, he coordinates it with his upper body. His footwork, it's just incredible. He knows how to keep the distance. It'll be a no-brainer.
Hey, man, a lot of points there that's hard to argue, bro. I'm keeping it a buck. Now, I know a lot of y'all, Oscar De La Hoya, especially post-fighter Oscar De La Hoya, retired Oscar. A lot of y'all don't like Oscar. But listen, man, Oscar fought them all, and he was most definitely a generational talent at the time. And whether you want to or not, you got to respect his opinion from his perspective, right? He's done more and accomplished more than most of your favorite fighters in the sport of boxing. So from that aspect, I'll always respect what Oscar De La Hoya has to say about a fight or fighters. Just bottom line. So I agree with a lot that he had to say about a potential matchup with Canelo and Bud Crawford. Listen, and it wouldn't be no catchweight at no 164. Crawford already said, he's got his eye on being a 3-time undisputed champion. That's crazy to even think about. Just being 2 times is already, I think I'm still having a hard time with that even being the new normal for Bud Crawford being 2, because in the 4-belt era, it's just crazy to think somebody has accomplished that twice, let alone eyeballing a 3rd time. That's crazy. And a lot of you casuals won't understand, but for my hardcores, you understand just how difficult that is, and how most of the guys that you see ever step into the ring, they will never come close to accomplishing these feats. And here you have Bud Crawford trying to do it for the 3rd time against a generational talent of his own, somebody who's ranked at the top of an era as well, in the Canelo Alvarez. Could the weight be detrimental? Possibly. But you hear, even growing up, you hear people say, listen, size don't matter. And to an extent, it doesn't. I think when the weight disparity is huge, when you're talking about 40, 50 pounds, then it really does matter. But when you're talking about, 15, 20 pounds, sometimes maybe a little more than that, skills could really, a skill set could really lead you to a victory against a bigger man. That's the truth of the matter. But like Oscar said as well, if Bud bulked up, managed to keep his speed, the IQ and the footwork, I believe, is just going to be there. I do believe his skill set versus a Canelo Alvarez who isn't very mobile. And if you look at Canelo, I think he's more of a one-trick pony. I think he'll be a lot like Earl Spence. For Bud Crawford, probably a little easier to figure out, if not around the same level. Because again, between Earl Spence and Canelo Alvarez, if you really look at them, if you really look at their body of work, they one-trick ponies, bro. And for somebody like Bud Crawford, he could figure that out, and he could figure it out quick, a lot like he did against Earl Spence. And if he was able to do that, then it could be a long night for Canelo Alvarez. Now, can he hurt him? Can he drop him? Can he stop him? I would go on record to say no. I don't think he could stop Canelo Alvarez. I've seen this guy get hit with some shit, especially against Triple G. Arguably the hardest hitting middleweight we've seen in a long time. Hit Canelo with some shots, man. Then he's been up there getting hit by 175 guys to no avail. So can Bud stop him? No, but can he beat him? Can he just downright outbox him and probably even absorb some of the shots that he'll take from a Canelo Alvarez, as long as it's not on a button? I think he breezes to a victory versus Canelo Alvarez. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you agree with Oscar De La Hoya? I think he makes a lot of great points. I know you guys, Oscar leaves a bad taste in your mouth, but I have to agree with him in this one. That's all I got for y'all on this one, man. Big T.O. heavy bag. You know who I got with me, man? I got Roger with me. And he got something to say to all you weak-ass boxing fans that don't know shit. Talk to him, Roger.
Most motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing.